so much. But today we're in the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 1, the very first verse. A very simple proverb here. Here's what Solomon says. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. And think about it. He was a very rich man. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. And favor is better than silver or gold. You know, today I want to focus on that word name in the text. It says a good name is to be chosen. And a name is something that identifies a person, right? Our names are given to us at birth. We don't get a choice in the name that we're given because, well, it's given to us before we actually know who we are. Yet as we get older, we start giving shape to our name based upon this one thing, our actions. Thus, over time, other titles and labels attach themselves to our name. We may act smart and thus become known as intelligent, or we may act jovial and thus become known as funny or silly. And as we continue to grow, our decisions and actions will shape us more and more and more. They will chisel out what we call our character. Thus, when we call a person by a name, we instantly make this character connection to them. For example, think about what image comes to mind when I say a well-known name. A name like, let's say, Winston Churchill. What comes to mind? Or what comes to mind when you hear the name Elvis Presley? Or how about a guy named Jeffrey Epstein? What comes to mind? Well, you instantly associate certain events or character attributes with that person and name, right? And it defines them in your mind. They could be positive attributes or they could be negative attributes. And the same is true of us. So when someone says my name, certain images come to mind, positive or negative. Thus, our name identifies us with character attributes derived from my actions. I always think of character as the sum total of all the decisions that we make in this life. And, well, that's pretty intimidating, isn't it? And yet this text accentuates this truth. But it also teaches us that our name and its character have potential value. In fact, it suggests our name and its character holds extreme potential value, extreme. So, gentlemen, hear this. We get to make choices in this life. And we can make choices that positively or negatively affect our character. And this character will be associated with our name. And we learn from this proverb that our name and its character have the potential to hold a higher value than some of the most valuable commodities in this life, like silver or gold. And the richest man in all the world is saying this, Solomon. So today, don't sell your value short. Don't sell yourself short. Make great choices today and better decisions today. Build your wealth of character. Build extreme value and pursue actions that are becoming of a godly man, and worry less about this world's riches. Riches of this life are just temporary, right? They come and go, and so do their value. Invest in an appreciating asset, character. It's the absolute best investment. And for those men out there who have made some poor choices that have impacted your character and name, you might need to hear this today. In Christ and only in Him can we cancel an old identity and discover a new one. Only Jesus can address a life of bad choices and bad decisions. And only in Him will you find a new identity. Seek Him. His name is one of extreme character and value. And He wants to give you a brand new name. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says this, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away and the new has come. I hope this has blessed you today in some way, fellas. I hope